I'm Sue Hausmann.
And I'm Lena Kantis.
And Lena, we have shown a lot of different ways to use the motifs that are built in. And of course, there are PDFs to show you all those different motifs. But you've got something even new to show us. The motifs that are built in include some of these stars and the little doggies that we have on the dog bed. Most people think of quilt blocks as squares, and of course that's how this little Fido dog toy is made, with the square blocks, little square blocks, and lettering. And of course here we see our little dog bones, which are one of the motif fills, right?
Yes, you can create it by yourself.
But you could actually make something different.
Sure, I can.
I know, I'm excited about that.
Let me show you, Sue. We are going to create the very own my motif. So I will create a small element to start with, and you have to set the size to a small size.
Okay.
Let me zoom in because now it's smaller size.
So you're creating like one of the little stitches that actually is going to be used as a motif in multiples.
Yes, that's
okay.
correct. So that is done with just a few clicks. Like this, for instance.
Okay, so you're just placing the little
points, like going across here.
All right.
And then I'm done.
That's your little stitch.
Yes.
Okay.
And let me now save it.
All right.
Put it down to export to my motifs.
Oh my, so that's yet
Now
another...
it's disappeared.
It has?
But
Okay.
if we click here on manage my motifs, it is the last one that we have here.
You just made that special
Yes.
one. Okay.
Now, of course, you want to see how to use it
I do.
and how it will look if we create another shape. Let's go back to the new quilt block wizard and click here. We are starting with the hexagon.
We have all these different shapes of
Yes.
quilt blocks, but we'll use the hexagon. Okay.
And I will set the size on the side, not on the center.
Oh.
And I will set the size to 3 inches.
Okay.
And we are going to fill this now with the motifs that we just created. Let me show you where to find it. Here's my motifs.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh, cool.
this area we find it.
So now it's completely filled, but we
Yes.
have options to change it,
Yes,
right?
of course you can manipulate it and play a little bit with the gaps and also the offset.
So what you can do is really create and see it on screen
Yes.
so, until it is exactly what you want it to be. And there is our hexagon block ready to go. And we can see it now as it's been stitched out in the hoop, or you could do many of these on the frame with your quilting robot.
Yes.
So you would create those blocks. Now, would those blocks be sewn together as we did with the dog bed?
Yes, it's going to be stitched together, but we're going to select another shape that will be the body for this one.
All right, we have to have a buddy for
Yes.
this block. Okay.
Let's select another one. Go back here again to the new quilt block wizard. And this time we select the point shape.
So it's a diamond.
Diamond. Yes.
Okay.
And we set the size also to be the same, of course, 3 inches.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that would give it.
Next.
That would mean they would match. The
Exactly.
sides would match. You have
Yes.
3 inches on the
That's
hexagon.
very important.
3
when you
inches
have
on the
to.
hexagon and 3 inches on the diamond
Yes.
would match.
And we will select another kind of fill that's available here.
So this was one of the built-in fills,
Yes.
and it's just a
And
cross
you know
hatch.
what? Do you want to have even more easy way of stitching it together?
Yeah, I do.
There is a possibility to add a cut line on all of these small shapes, and you set the margin here for the cut line, and it will actually add this perfect stitching line for you.
So it will add, if you say I want a 1/4 inch added to my
Yes.
seam, it'll add the 1/4 inch seam allowance. If you want 3/8, it'll add 3/8.
Yes.
You tell it
Yes.
what seam allowance.
Yes.
And then you cut it on that line. And you'll have a
Yes.
3/8 inch seam allowance with 1/4 inch, whatever you said.
Yes, that makes it much easier to stitch together.
And then once you've cut out your different blocks on that cut line, here would be the 2 pieces that are going to go together. And here they are put together.
Yes.
And fabulous. I know you did this. And you said nobody believed it was going to be that easy, and it was easy to put together.
It was.
And you even put batting behind them
Yes,
as you
I
quilted
stitched
them.
on batting.
You stitched on batting.
But you know what? Before I stitched it together, I took away the batting outside the seam allowance to
Okay.
keep it more flat.
So you trimmed it out of the seam allowance. Great way to create patchwork,
Yes.
to piece patchwork, a quick and easy way. And of course, we have our darling dog bed
Yes.
that was done that way, but could just as easily have been a quilt top, could have been a pillow, a home deck application. So the possibilities, again, with 5D quilt design system are unlimited, and these new wizards make it so easy.
Yes, it's fabulous.